Hey, Divine Mommy fam. Happy full flower blood moon, lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. Whew, that's a mouthful. I've been feeling a little off center lately, and I wanted to come on and talk about some things that I channeled in from my higher self this morning in the hopes that it can offer somebody else out there some support if you've been feeling a little off center too. Now, for me, I'm really attuned with my menstrual wisdom, my menstrual cycle, and I know that I'm in direct juxtaposition to Mother Moon's lunar cycle, meaning that we typically correlate the bleeding time, our menstrual cycle, with the dark crone moon, and then associate the full Mother Moon with ovulation. Well, I'm the direct opposite because I'm bleeding on the full Mother Moon. So according to a beautiful author named Miranda Gray, who wrote a wonderful book called Red Moon, what this means is, because I'm in direct juxtaposition, that instead of being aligned to create a human child, right now I'm more in alignment to create and birth an idea child. And what's come forth today has been definitely an idea child waiting, crowning, if you will, to be born into existence this morning. And so I know we've got a lot going on, and as I was feeling a little off center, I started to do some studying and researching about what some other wonderful, brilliant writers are sharing about the potentials for what's going on for us with the eclipse and as it correlates, with our full blood flower moon. And a lot of things that I was reading were that, truth is going to come up. Things that we've been hiding will come to light. And I noticed last night as I was reading that, I started getting a little short of breath. I started feeling scared. And my internal punisher, right, who is a really beautiful overachiever when my internal punisher wants to be, that voice started coming in like, you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get found out. And I know for me, that's a lot of my old past life wounding of being persecuted for standing in my truth. And so when that comes up for me, I love that side into being. And yet there's also that just internal punisher that I've created through this Earth School iteration that I think is constantly looking to prove myself. And in doing that, in that proving of myself, when I don't feel like I've measured up, that internal punisher seeks to keep me small, to keep me safe. So I think that's where that energy was coming from. And so this morning when I woke up wide awake at about 4:45 a.m., I just thought, enough. Okay, I've danced with the internal punisher enough. It's time to love her into being. And so I sat down with my higher self and I channeled this in. I just really want to read it for everyone. So this opportunity is about standing in your merger truth. Now, what that means is that in our Divine Mommy Yoniversity groups, we've been talking about the merger of the emerald ray of the activated heart chakra and the indigo ray of the activated ajna. And this week on Friday, we will be completing that merger with the crystalline ray of the open and activated crown. So what my higher self was telling me was, this opportunity is about standing in your merger truth. It doesn't have to be an immediate shift. Thank goodness for that. You've already been taking steps. This is about accepting the transformation invitation into parts of your inner divinity that you've wanted to deny or pretend weren't there. I'm going to read that again. This is about accepting the transformation invitation into parts of your inner divinity that you've wanted to deny or pretend weren't there. First off, this has nothing to do with anyone other than you or with ending relationships, although a relationship may end as a result. This has everything to do with turning on those parts of your heart that you avoid. This is about allowing the part of you out that is truly vulnerable and soft. This is about speaking your thoughts and feelings in those moments when before you would constrict to keep the peace. This is about fully releasing the protective shield that resentment has convinced you it can create, it cannot. This lunar eclipse full blood moon is about revealing your own truth with such high vibrations of self-love and self-understanding that any subsequent fallout from the third dimension cannot provoke shame, anger, or humiliation. This blood moon offers you a complete purification for your full moon rebirth. Take these milestones of transformation, right? These little milestones and add them together. Take these milestones of transformation and allow your fields to flower on the inner landscape. So I hope that resonates with some of you. What I'm going to take from that is that those parts of me that I have avoided up until now, I'm going to let the truth of that part of me, my vulnerable and soft heart, be revealed. And it has nothing to do with me not measuring up or with me having something to feel guilty or ashamed about. And it has everything to do with me loving myself and understanding myself with such high vibrational energy, such a high vibrational frequency, that I am fully in alignment with this truth. And I feel fully safe and secure in myself to be myself. And I'm going to let those fields flower on my inner landscape. Namaste. Thank you so much for listening. There was a song that kind of provoked me having the courage to do this, because I think every time we step out, no matter how many times we've stepped out, it takes that merger of divine knowing, divine inspiration, divine courage, and divine guidance. So there was a song by Sean C. Kennedy, and it's called Let Life Love You. And the main lyric of the chorus was, the purpose of life is to let life love you. So in honor of our heart chakra activation tomorrow and our Divine Mommy Yoniversity group, our Thursday group, it's our final circle of 18 circles. And in honor of our crown chakra activation for our Friday Divine Mommy Yoniversity group, which is the culmination of our 22 weeks together, how can you today let life love you? How can you create that merger of the open activated emerald heart, the open activated indigo ajna or third eye, and the open activated crown center, our bliss center that connects this human being to our spiritual celestial consciousness? All right, namaste. I love you. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you.